Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott. On today's video, I'm going to provide an update for my 17-week journey, that's 120 days, on the carnivore diet. If that sounds interesting to you, please stick around. So this week, which is week number 17 on the carnivore journey, I will jump right into the metrics that you guys seem to be really interested in. So first and foremost is weight. And so I'm sitting at 190.0. That's down 2.2 pounds in the last 30 days, but it's up about, I want to say it's up 0.6 of a pound since last week. And I'll talk about why that may be in just a moment. When I get to my fasting blood sugar, the 7-day number is 109, and that's down from 113 30 days ago. The 14-day is 108, that's down from 111. The 30-day is also 108, and that's down from 110. And the 90-day is 109, and that's down from 114 30 days ago. My ketones are sitting at 0.6. That's actually up from 0.9 30 days ago. And my GKI is 10.9, and again, that's up from 6.2 30 days ago. So that would indicate that I'm not in nutritional ketosis. I did measurements this week as well, and so overall in the last 30 days, I've lost 3.5 inches over my body. Most of that is in my torso area. My shoulders, I'm down 1/2 inch. My chest, I'm down 1/4 inch. The biggest area across my belly, kind of its widest point, I'm down 1 1/4 inches. On my waist, I'm down 3/4 of an inch in 30 days, and on my hips, 1/4 inch. So even when the weight necessarily isn't coming down as quickly as I'd like, the blood sugar control is there, which is what I'm mostly concerned with. I'm super happy with that. And, you know, the body composition is changing, and I'm more happy with that. So overall, you know, it was a good week. It's been a good 30 days. I'll jump into the issues real quick. And as you know, if you were watching last week's video, I went and had a biopsy done on the skin rash that I've had since about the end of the 2nd week of carnivore. And it, you know, comes and goes, and I've tried different treatments to try and get rid of it, but it's pretty much been staying with me the whole time. I went and had the biopsy. I will put on the screen here in a moment the formal results that I got back from the dermatologist. But net, what it ends up being is either there's a low probability of it being eczema, more likely it is, I'll say hives. There's a more formal name for it, but that's basically what it is. And so, you know, they gave me kind of a 2-step process to try and treat it. And they believe that it could be caused from a histamine intolerance. So kind of step 1 is they gave me a prescription for Topicort, which is a corticosteroid that you just apply on it, and you can use up to 4 weeks, but they asked me to use it for 2 weeks and see if that will make the rash or the hives go away. And then the second step is, if it is in fact histamine intolerance, is they want you to take an antihistamine, and specifically Zyrtec, the once-a-day Zyrtec that you can get over the counter, for 30 days. So, and between both of those activities, they believe that will clear up all the inflammation that I've gotten since week number 2 on carnivore. The negative of taking and applying Topicort is for type 2 diabetics like myself, it makes your blood sugar go up. So I applied it for the first time last night, took my blood sugar before applying it. You know, it was where it's normally been staying, you know, sub 105 now, and woke up this morning and it was in the 120s. So, which it hasn't been over 110 in the morning for quite a while. So it really does seem that the medication, as it's, you know, being applied dermally does in fact make my blood sugar go up. So I have to see how that's going to impact, ultimately my goals, which is to get my blood sugar down and keep it down under 5.5. But I do want to get rid of this rash, so we'll see how that goes. With regard to other aspects, I did try a grilled / blackened red pepper, half of red pepper this week, and that went well. I did try asparagus again for the last time, where I steamed it first for 15 minutes. Then I sauteed it in pastured butter for 5 minutes, and then I ate it. And didn't have any of the gastrointestinal problems that I previously had by only steaming it. So potentially adding the additional fats, or could be the extra 5 minutes of cooking time, I don't know, but didn't have the problems with the asparagus. That being said, for the next week, or probably next 2 weeks, let's just go with 1 week at a time, while I take this Topicort, I'm going to withhold having any vegetables. So I'll just primarily have beef, pork, and chicken, maybe a little bit of seafood, but mostly bacon. I'm sorry, mostly beef, hamburger, and ribeyes. Most likely will be what I'll be eating, to see if by just having going back to 0 carbs every day, that will offset the rise caused by the Topicort, ointment that I have to put on to keep my blood sugar under control, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so I'll be withholding any vegetables that I've been trying this week. But so far, I found that I could have small amounts of grilled onions, very small amounts of baby bell mushrooms, up to a half of a avocado, a half of a red pepper grilled, and a half a cup of broccoli with butter, all causing me no problems. The asparagus, if I make it with butter, as I described, steamed and then with butter, that seems to be okay. If it's just steamed, it's not okay. So that's kind of my list of things that I've tested and seem to work fine. And again, so for the next week to 2 weeks, I'm just going to go back strict carnivore, mostly ruminant beef, and potentially throwing in a little bit of pork and a little bit of chicken, like chicken wings, something like that. I haven't had any chicken for 2 weeks to make sure that chicken wasn't giving me a problem, and I haven't seen any difference without having the chicken versus having the chicken. So I'll probably add the chicken wings back in this week. But ultimately, that's my update for the week. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Happy to respond to any information or requests that you guys give me or ask for. Also, super happy that community has been growing. Never expected to get any kind of following whatsoever. I was really doing this mostly for myself to keep track and keep myself honest with regard to how the program's going, and also to be able to reference back to how the journey has gone, either positively or negatively, at some point in the future. So again, I really appreciate your support, and until next week, take care. Thanks.